Hello and welcome to chapter 207 of our streaming adventure. Today, we have the fastest turtle in the West. That would be Yidaro Wandering Monster, this hasty turtle that might take a little while to show up, might find itself meandering through your library, but when it's time, and we're going to be tagging for 8. I looked at we played a version of this once upon a time back, I think when Ikoria first came out, and actually I think it generated some interesting clips, so that's worth checking out on !YT. That'll give you the YouTube links, and you can find the highlight reel. Not so highlight. It's like SportsCenter's not top 10. That's where I choose to put highlight reel things. But yeah, the choice for the wheel was to play the fastest turtle in the West, and the best use I can think of is to put it in a standstill shell. Joining our large turtle, we'll have Shark Typhoon for being able to, while sitting under standstill, deploy a larger threat. Something I worry about here is if our opponent is going to be able to play to the board faster than us. Maybe we'll be able to use Brazen Borrower to stop that from going on, and or just be able to counter or Shark Typhoon our way out of it. Now, we do have quite a bit of removal. Pyroblast, Abrades. We could even go as far as swapping into Blood Moon, since we do have a solid number of basic islands. But I don't know. This is definitely meant to have fun, and I think we are going to have fun cycling some turtles. So here we go. All right, show me that turtle goodness. Today, so coming up today is a wheel league, but actually almost all my weekday streams are going to be wheel leagues now on Tuesday and Thursday. So it just so happens we have this. On Thursday, it's, quote, pick a companion. And I was trying to think, like, I don't necessarily want to play one of the, quote, broken companions, because that would be too easy. So then I'm wondering, I mean, I don't want to play Umori, because that's maybe on the other end and unplayable. So I'm trying to think, are there certain ones of these that I've never played? I know a lot of these I have played. I've never played this Karuga. So maybe I do something silly like that. All right. Where is our match? Won the die roll. Last seen playing Grixis Delver. Well, that's terrible. So knowing they are Grixis Delver, I could just sit happy with deploying land. Do they have... I should have checked potentially first if they had Stifle. No flip for them. Ponder. So they don't even want the card that's on top. That's interesting. They pondered for one card. I was going to say, could we get them to play something? I would have to say the answer now is yes. They have 5 cards left in hand. That was incorrect. With Grixis flavored cards. All right, so they picked up an Underground Sea. So now 2 of the cards in their hand plus Flusterstorm, so they'd have to have 2 other cards. All right, so I know they have 2 lands in hand. Way to go, Jeremy, for not. I don't want to give them the chance to untap and have Flusterstorm. I'm just going to get that out of the way. I wanted to select a mountain, and I, for whatever reason, chose not to. Okay. Fatal Push, problematic. So now they played both lands that we knew about. Theoretically, they could have tried to hit Flooded Strand. It wasn't going to work. So they have Flusterstorm, Fatal Push. Draw 3, put 2 back. Delver. This is the Delver we bounced. Right? Yeah. Spell. Draw the bolt. And then get to a point where I just deploy Standstill. So they have these two. So currently, if I would draw 3, I would draw those 2. No. I kind of would prefer to clear the stack. So Flusterstorm, Fatal Push, and somebody else. Flusterstorm, Fatal Push, 2 unknowns. What did they do with the Preordain? They topped. That's kind of why I want to go for Standstill here. I'll pay this. Do you have another Fluster? Okay, cashing in multiple Flusterstorms. I don't believe I played a... Ooh, okay. But you're likely going to die. I expect them to take me off this. Alright, pass turn. Really? Ponder has been found. Ponder has been played. I really don't expect to get back to my turn to be able to have that red mana, but maybe. Come on. The turtle's in the deck. They did not shuffle. Okay, red source down. Yep. This guy. So Fatal Push and some friends. The Flusterstorms definitely make sense with all the Sagemore wishes. Alright, what are we drawing? I think we're drawing another Standstill here, or we're drawing the turtle here. Neither of which is great, especially in the face of Fatal Push. I obviously couldn't afford to throw Standstill out there. Although, I mean, I guess... Yeah, they just need kind of anything here, and then we're just dead. Okay. So... Removal spells, you say? See, this won't do us good once Delver takes to the air, but I think there's some stuff here. Is Blood Moon good? Do I still have the list up that they were showing? There are no basics. There are no basics in that list. So maybe Blood Moon? Blood Moon, my own Flusters? My own Blood Moon, my own Flusters. And do I just want this sweeper aspect? Like, if they go crazy on the witch, to be able to clean them up? Things that probably aren't great. Jace. I think the standstills are like one of my only chances to... What do I want to say? Like, I don't think I can just sit and be a blue-red, quote, control deck. Like, standstills, 2 Jaces, and a Yidaro, and then I'm the Force of Negation, Force of Will. They do have a decent amount of creatures that maybe the Force of Negations are not ideal. And potentially, if I can throw Standstill out before they play a particular threat, therefore, should I have the Pyroblast, Red Elemental Blast? More blue cards for Force. Brazen Borrower, give me some more turtle power. I don't like the idea of the forces themselves, almost. I could turn the forces into Pyroblasts and a Brain. This got off the rails fast. That was some questionable sideboarding. That is your patented J-Pinner sideboarding. Sure, keep. This is going to be powerful opener. Well then. Down a couple minutes on clock. Turn 1, Wandering Fumarole, go. Hope you do nothing. Turn 2, Standstill. Turn 1, Basic Island Delver here. Yeah. Well, that helped. So that can get Basic Island. Flip off a Flusterstorm. Brainstorm. Can't Flusterstorm this. Ooh, they had the basic swamp. That was not in their previous list. Here comes the witch. No blocks. Well, that's just mean, Jeremy. I was going to say, is there a reason to let them... All you did was draw them one more card. So that's why that might have not have been the greatest plan. Need to find myself a shark. Yeah. Just gonna die drawing Blood Moons and Fetch Lands. Basic Swamp wins the day. Yep. Basic Swamp, too strong for the entire deck. I think Delver in general being able to get out a threat there before not having any acceleration, that Standstill is at best a turn 2 play, and the fact that they are a proactive deck that goes turn 1 threat backed up with Daze, it's just rough. Next match. We've won the die roll again. Hell yeah, we're suited with everything here. This is one of those ones like, oh, could I have looked what they had last played? Probably. They kept 7. Well, now. So we know we're drawing Ponder. That'll do. All right. Do they flip and go off to the races? Do they accept? Do they just get the blind flip anyway? Of course they did. Shocking. Stifle to hit our Yidaro. Yep. No, I used the. I was gonna say, am I waiting on a Ponder to come? No, I used the Ponder. They could stifle the shuffle it back in trigger. That is a legal ability to do. If our opponent does that, they're kind of a jerk. Some people just want to cycle turtles. Maybe they're reading it. Hi, buddy. Can you not lick me? And say, as we sit and contemplate every fetch. Now this is also stifleable. So they want to stifle that. Is that worth letting happen? They used the red for it, which is interesting. I'm willing to try it. The main reason for that is that they used their red. Okay. They had Force of Will too. At least I will get a card from this. Down to 6, though. Tarmogoyf? Problematic. They have 2 cards. I don't know, maybe this will work. Do you think they'll let us play Brazen Borrower too? It's worth a shot. We block here. Now here's the other thing: is we could have taken 3, and this potentially is better. We take the 3 and then have counterspell for the Tarmogoyf. Here I'm trading off, and they play a Goyf, and the counterspell in my hand isn't going to do me any good. They could still have removal, and then none of this matters because they end up getting to play both. So we would have to run into the exact same situation. I'm trying to even think what could get us out of it. There is nothing that gets us out of that. See? We can take a peek. Go, turtle. Yep. Dead. Oh, turtle, you're not fast enough. Alright. Seeing. Still think I want Blood Moon. I think I kind of want Relic, that if it's not worthwhile, then maybe I just blow up the Relic and get the card back. I feel like the negations are going to be poor. Do I want Flusterstorm? I could see this in. That's still not enough. Keep 1 Jace. Lose a Yidaro. So I still have my Shark Typhoons. I still have Yidaros. I have a Jace to potentially pull me out of something, and a bunch of Brazen Borrowers. How about 1 Force of Will for luck? Is a Force of Will for luck better as a Pyroblast, potentially? So, worst case, we Volcanic here. So hear me out. They shuffle. We know they have Stifle. I was going to say, is there potentially stuff we don't want to draw? Because I can fetch it away before we play. I think I want this. I mean, they did shuffle off that Ponder. They're holding 8 cards. Okay, they had a land drop. It's an interesting shuffle bug there. My current thought is that I throw away this other Standstill. I mean, we got 3 cards out of the first one. They weren't the greatest 3 cards. I don't have days. I don't have anything like that. Well, yikes. Yes, that's terrible. Cool. Cool. So what do we got? Enchantment, instants, and a sorcery. Add a land. I think they're sitting on Stifle. Well, they should still have Stifle in their deck, I would think. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna wait to try to do it like end step. I'm trying to think what the next card down is. The next card down is another Lightning Bolt, is it not? I need them to commit something. Had I targeted myself, I could now have both standstills gone, shrinking it down to a 3/4. Just something to think about. Kind of surprised that worked. Stifle. Yikes. Good old Magic. All the red. Man, Bloodwound would probably be good against them, huh? Probably should have thrown away Standstill. Because you're not casting it anytime soon here. Please pay attention to our game, opponent. Nothing like losing when your opponent is distracted. it's not worth playing anymore. Not worth playing. I guess I could update my tracker. I have a Google sheet where I put in all my information across all of my matches, play, draw, etc., etc. We've been on the play twice, and yet did not matter. Yikes. So we had Grixis Delver, Rug Delver. Yep. Alright, next match. Got both the dogs down here with me. On the play again, of course. I'm going to have all the play, none of... Oh! Keep. They will not see this coming. Oh, Mountain, huh? Basic Mountain. He must be playing something. Who plays Basic Islands? Nobody. Nobody plays Basic Island. I mean, I'm going to. Off of Prismatic Vista, that makes Blood Moon less impressive. How about that? I mean, it's worth a shot. Look at me, Basic Land, Standstill Man. No Prismatic Vista days, guys. Cool, fun and cool. Oh, even better. I hate Retro Foundry. So now we know they're ninjas. I kind of want multiple of these. We're going to play a land, so it doesn't need to be that. And I think long term I want the Typhoon. Okay. I can't remember if they play Wastelands. Okay. It's one. That is one turtle cycle. Maybe I should have taken the bounce. I don't know. I kind of expected him to have something. Look at them, the littlest servo. And they can turn a servo into a thopter. They do have a lot going on over there. They have to have removal, right? It's like, oh, I could hardcast this tight. Don't hardcast Shark Typhoon. I would like to play a ninja, please. I'm sorry. I want a shark. Do you want to play a ninja? Our opponent is attempting a shenanigans. I don't know if shenanigans will resolve here. So they have successfully floated a blue. All-Star Wandering Fumarole. Something is happening. I have been petty thefted. First of all, how dare you? Second of all, I don't want you to have that later. Take that. Days. I guess I take one. Are you going to turn it into something else? They can upgrade. See, there you go. There's a 4/4. Nice. Let's see if they'll cash it in for the 4/4. No, they're just going to upgrade the Thopter. Okay. Playing the patient game. I think that was the Dazed Island. Let them come in. See if they elect to do any I'm gonna say ninjanery. That's not even a thing. Cannot be blocked. Well, that thing's unstoppable. They'll probably play their Brazen Borrower. Yep. Thopter has been upgraded. They could untap and, quote, upgrade the other one. All right, game plan here. Bounce Construct, trade with Brazen Borrower. Sure. Sounds kind of BS to me. Why would we win a game? How big are the ninjas? What is the 2-2? Is it a 2-2 ninja or is it a 2-3 ninja? I can't think if it's a 2-2 or a 2-3. Because I don't think the 2 damage without flying is going to do me any good if they have 3 butts. Right, I think I want a braids. A braid is a safe call. Yeah, I don't think that does me any good because I think they have 3 toughness. It's like Yuriko. Yep, that's a 1-3, and then there's ninjutsu. It's the other blue-black one. Cannot think of its name. So theoretically, these standstills are going to be rough. I guess, if anything, like we definitely don't want Blood Moon after all the basics they showed us. They do have counter magic, so Pyroblasts. Theoretically, is Flusterstorm better because they'll have removal? That might be. You can Flusterstorm Brazen Borrower. So I think the negations come out. Typhoon still seems really good. The borrowers in general do seem on the weaker side. I think I want to keep in my forces. See how that does. Keep. Ponder setting things up. More land and a brainstorm. Alright, so we'll draw our brainstorm. Kill me, Smalls. So we know there's a land on top. If there's a way we can bounce this away and follow with Standstill, get them to commit to something first. So the question here, I can brainstorm to try to find Daze me. Force pitching Ponder. Showing a Changeling Outcast. Yikes. We need like not upheaval. We need upheaval-esque effects. We've played against 3 tempo decks in a row. Like, that's obviously terrible. They're gonna put like Yidaro on top. They wish. So it's gonna be something big because they're gonna effectively draw it and dome me with it. Force of will, perhaps. No, this is the other guy. All right, see, we knew it was a 2/3. Huh. I can't play into that because the ninjutsu is not casting the spell. It just flips it in, so that would also get a. You could have ninja standstill if you would. Yeah, so this is going to hit for 3, and they're going to draw 2 cards. Yikes. And then Ornithopter is going to come right back out. Yep. This one's a little late. Put back. That worked. That's terrible for me if that worked. Like, so something worse is coming if that bolt worked. I was gonna say, what are you holding that back for? No blocks. Sure. Surprise, you have another one. You're outdrawing the blue deck. It's impressive, really. Thoughtseize? Or more ninjas? Retrofitter Foundry. Sure, in case I wasn't in enough trouble. I'm trying to think, what's the maximum number of cards I see, right? So Brainstorm is 3. We are searching for red cards. Well, that was delightful. Something tells me... Okay, Here's the problem. When we said it was the fastest turtle in the West, we didn't say what it was the fastest to do. The fastest to go 06 in a league? Maybe? See, these are the reasons you need to specify. Like, if you've ever heard of, the monkey paw when you wish for something, and if you're not careful with what you ask for, it's like, okay, well, you just said you wanted, you said you wish there was less traffic on the road. So here's a global pandemic so that people don't leave their house. You gotta be careful in how you phrase things. Otherwise, it's your fault that we had a pandemic. I mean, I thought we could trust you, but apparently not. I mean, it's a lot easier to type everything in when it's just, I'm on the play and I lost. I was on the play and I lost. Opponent was... They were on ninjas. At least it was a different deck. That's the only positive thing I have to say, is that at least it was a different deck. And I'm happy that I didn't side in the pyroclasms that literally would have killed... No, it would have killed the single black mana changeling. That's it. That's literally all it would have done. On the play? Uh-oh. Whatever, we're keeping. We didn't come here not to keep polluted Delta Yidaro. We should stifle him so hard. That would involve playing Stifle. That'd be awesome, though. Stifle the crap out of him. That's a nice basic. A little Mercadian, or that's Onslaught. Yep. Ponder resolves. Shuffle from them. Theoretically, yeah, this would have been better as just play the land and get the Yidaro cycle so that Brainstorm, you could follow up a Brainstorm with a 2-mana cycle. I think that would have just been better. Nice choice of basics. Alright, so what do we want to put back? Because we don't necessarily want to draw it again. Typhoon has a chance. I'd say we put these two back. Basic Mountain or Volcanic? Show me days. That's also acceptable. I was going to say, so as mentioned before, this time I think playing out the Tarn makes sense because we can brainstorm, and depending on what we see, we could get a Yidaro shuffle, or we could also hold on to that for the future. if I don't have to do anything, I'm not going to cast Brainstorm here. I think this is just a Yidaro. Okay. Now, this is a deck much more likely to have burn, so we can try to get the value. I have been stomped. I was going to say, do they know what's coming? No, of course, they just drew into it. One in your hand, one on the bottom, and exile one. So to see what they exile, or they can play the one that they exile. Welcome, welcome. All right, so they exiled the basic, which makes sense. Come into my parlor. We'll go for the cycle. Yidaro has been cycled one time this game so far. I think the most times we've cycled any Yidaro is twice in one game. We haven't managed to get over 2 times. So they revealed this, but they already played it. All right. Blocks. Okay, we have declared blocks. They have a young Pyromancer. Thanks, Dean. You owe me one for a week from today. A week from today is yours, so I'll get with you. They could always just cast this Bone Crusher. Is it target of a spell? See, that sucks. What is this? 3 mana. Has to be the Bone Crusher Giant. And I think if it is the Bone Crusher, I have to try to counter it. You can get your attack in here. That would be true. I accept 1 point of damage. Post-combat Bone Crushing. Alright, what can we find here? Uh-oh. What's another turtle? I don't feel like there's going to be a good situation. The standstill's looking rough. That's 2. That's 2 turtles. I mean, are we not turtley enough? I accept. Okay. We might be able to hardcast the frickin' turtle. We won't get all of our cycles out of it. That'd be pretty sweet, actually. Yep. Bring it in. I'll accept 1 point. 5 cards for them. Nope. Force of will. Pitching force of negation. So, I mean, that's not crazy. Like, Counterspell barely sees play. Like, the double blue aspect of Counterspell is kind of a big ask. So, the question is... Yeah, we're greedy. So this is on top, so we can draw Polluted Delta to break things up. Hey, thank you. I appreciate the follow. Alright, let's hope that works. Come on. Alright, the Bone Crusher has been stopped. We draw a fetch land. We play the fetch land so we do not draw the land underneath it. We get beat down by the elemental again. Wasteland accepts. Like, what is this? Is this the whale? Do not whale me right now. Do not whale me right now. Whale picking up Ponder, Iteration, Days. Gross. You can only pick up instants or... Does this count? Do you get to whale frickin' Bone Crusher Giant back? If so, that is absurd. Like, I was already thinking that the whale was annoying, but holy goat. Oh, I honestly feel a little sick. I mean, maybe it is the 13 points of damage that's come in from the elemental, but if Ethereal Forger gets to pick up adventure creatures, that's just gross. Like, I don't even know. Like, I'm like, what am I going to draw? I don't know. A turtle? Not that. There are much better options than this. Ugh. I don't know if I feel worse from taking all the damage from whatever this elemental, this Standstill, or Ethereal Forager over here. Pick up the Borrower. Show me that you get the Borrower back. Well, obviously you took the better card, jerk. Haha, had I played Standstill, they couldn't play expressive iteration here. That would have been the big brain play. God, this just feels terrible. Gross, gross, gross. Land for the turn. What gets me out of this? Nothing. Upkeep, bolt me, sure. Do you have another bolt? Just waited for the upkeep double bolt? It's a bold strategy. I was drawing a Jason Mind Sculptor. Oh. Haven't won a game yet. Why start now? That was rough. That was rough. Well, they did. Well, obviously, we need a way to fight that. We can't die to elementals again. Therefore, we need rough and tumble on our side. A Braid kills everything on their side of the board, and so do Red and Pyroblast. Well, that's not true, but yikes. So far, these standstills have been a liability against 4 straight tempo decks. Who would have thought? It's like, well, what do we want? Well, we don't want this. We don't. The Force of Negations are bad. These standstills like really haven't done anything. So we just become the blue-red control deck? Let's do it, Rockapella. Yeah, this has been what you call not great. Not great, Bob. We were so hopeful. We had our Turtle Boy that just wanted to go fast. He's not gotten the chance to go fast. Here we go. It probably is. This version didn't play it. We didn't come here not to play Yidaro. Snapcaster probably could do more with the lightning bolts and stuff like that. That's probably more worthwhile, or even just throw it out there as something to block. In general, though, Snapcaster, like in their deck, Snapcaster doesn't see play. You know, blue-red tempo, in a blue-red tempo burn deck, Snapcaster doesn't make the cut. So take that as you will. Yeah. Snapcaster is not good enough for the blue-red tempo deck. Like, unless I'm crazy, which, hear me out. But, yeah, let's, hold on. Pass turn. Blue Red Delver. There's a Monastery Swift Spear version, and then the other one. So there's Swift Spear, and then there's the Whale. Those are the two types. So yeah, Delver, Pyromancer, Borrower, True Name, Forager. Neither one. Neither Blue Red Tempo deck. Right? Taste that. I thought maybe we could catch them. What is the red force? This is wrong. Yeah, but what is it? Isn't it just like make elementals or some nonsense? We could cycle so many Yidaros. I mean, that's what we're doing now. That sounds terrible. 2, 3, is it an instant at least? So I could make 2/1, 2 3/1s to block. That's still bad. Oh, cool! They got a Pyroblast. Awesome. Oh, cool! They got a Sprite Dragon. Awesome. I'm just gonna die to all the stuff they have. Awesome. So next card is a Ponder. Can we get them to do something so that we can capitalize on them being greedy? Apparently not. 1 red. Okay, that's better than I thought. It ain't great. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. Okay, because we know they have Pyroblast. So next turn, we could even hope to draw into it. Ooh, we could cycle into a Red Blast. I think that's what we have to do, is cycle into a Red Blast. Turtle number 2. Oh, look! None of those are ground creatures, and I don't quite have 43 mana or whatever it says. That's bad. Just Pyroblast, Pyroblast. No, had a Lightning Bolt. Had it all. Had it all. Cool, I'm at 4. Okay, can we draw? Alright, that was 3 cycles. We have done nothing. We have done no winning. We're not even pretending. Hey, I won the die roll. Lose. Won the die roll. Lose. Won the die roll. Lose. Lose. But I mean, otherwise, this is going great. I'm willing to say this doesn't have. Anytime you go into it thinking about playing a standstill, whatever deck, the bigger issue is that if you're playing against a tempo deck, you are never going to have the chance to land standstill properly. You know, like if we would have had, more mid-range type decks that we were playing against, we could get the value from standstill, but that is not how things have played out for us. And we actually could not use the Godzilla alternative because it is more important to have the turtle. We were more important to have the fastest turtle in the West than some Godzilla ripoff. All right. Are we on the play? We're not on the play. Therefore, we might win a game. Well, I got to keep this. They mulliganed. This could not have been better. Yes, it could have. But, okay, they went to 6 cards. I swear to God, if they play a Delver. I hate this game so much. I hate you so much. Oh, God. I don't care. God, I just hate these people so much. Force negation, Brazen Borrower. Well, okay, how about this? Borrower, Typhoon, negation. So this gives us something to do to throw that standstill away to the force negation. See? That's big brain there. Oh, blind flip. Cool. That's no problem. Blind flip it away. They have basics. Makes me think blue-red. All right, next card up is Brazen Borrower. So the question is, Yidaro can never straight cycle into it. I don't know if you get the chance to stack it how you want to. Yep. Fastest turtle in the West. We're gonna die to this stupid Delver. I am more curious what flavor of Delver it is. What do you got for me? Blue-white Delver. So that's the one we knew about. No. Blue-white. So we're gonna run the board and lose to 4 different types of Delver. I mean, I'm kind of impressed, honestly. I didn't think we had it in us to lose to 4 flavors of Delver. Screw that card. Nope. So this is like blue-white Delver Blade. I 4 flavors of Delver plus we snuck in ninjas. We played the all tempo special. May I block? That one. Okay. Turning the corner. Nope. Uh-oh. We got to race that thing. Yeah. We're gonna die. Okay. So, hear me out. That thing can attack me 3 times. I make a 2/2 shark. Yeah, I don't think I can get there with what I have here. Okay, I think it starts with a 2/2 shark. And I might have to hard cast Yidaro. I think that is on the menu. I think it got a lot harder to hard cast Yidaro. Oh, hello there. No blocks. You know what? No blocks. Come on, jerk. Palace Jailer. Nice creature suite. Oh, they're the Monarch too. Delightful. Excuse me. Sorry about that. You don't say. Tempo deck. Again. Well, we've already got up to 3 turtles. That has already transpired. We weren't going to hit 4 there. Yeah, these force negations look a touch sketch. We showed Blood Moon. Blood Moon ain't it. Those might not be the worst. Basically, we can't let True Name hit. They could just have Force Negation, and I should have waited. Yeah. Okay, no, they had Force of Will. Yeah, I'll let that happen. I don't want to walk Brain. I think I need Brainstorm to do some heavy lifting here, so I don't want to walk Brainstorm into a daze. At least they didn't have the blind flip. Only saving grace there was they did not have the blind flip. That's 0 for 2 on the blind flip. I think I can afford to take one, see what they do. Yikes. I'm going to play out another land. I guess seeing that they've already showed me Spell Pierce. Really? I mean, you got me. Spell Snare it is. I mean, this is kind of impressive. Not everybody is capable. Yeah, these are just bad. Just get it out of here. Give myself a chance. Cool, I lose that thing. Now, that doesn't work. Protection from the chosen player means any spells I cast, they have protection from that damage. So I would almost need to, well, counter that. And just lose this damage. Yeah, there's nothing I can do against a True Name. I just flat out lose that race. Theoretically, could I have let that go to get Brazen Borrow number 1 into play? I would have been attacking for 3 there, have the ability to have counter and Brazen Borrow. Maybe. Maybe that's what I needed to do. Attack for 3, 3, 6, 9. I think I might need just like one more turn. And wondering if the fetch is what hurt me there. What I need is Time Walk. Time Walk might do it. Do I got any Time Walks? Let's check the top 3. There is a Yidaro, but there's a severe lack of Time Walks here. So we got to test this out just to see if it would have worked. It doesn't. Yep, confirmed. We did. All right, bravo. I am not sure. I am not sure if I ever managed to 05, 010 a league. I have 5010 0'd a league. But this is certainly the other end of that spectrum. Well, yeah, I hope you had fun watching that. It wasn't very fun to play it, I can tell you that. But whew. What are you gonna do? All right, coming up next time in 2 days from now, it'll be I have to play a companion. And what does play a companion mean? I just literally I kind of want to see, are there any decks that are actually making use of... See, like, there's Yorion, but I think I've played Yorion before. What is it, Karuga? Has Karuga the Macro Sage ever seen any play? I can't imagine it has. How about, like, any play? How about, like, ever? Now, I think it is likely it could have had a better chance. Oh, what are these? Crackle with Power deals 5 times X to each of up to X targets. 5 times X to each. Okay, so if I can get X to be 4, I just one-shot them. So 4, 8, 12. I only need 14 mana. Palladium Mirror. Solemn Simulacrum. Nick. If you tap a permanent for mana, it produces 3 times as much of that mana instead. Oh, really? I'll tap my Palladium Mirror for 6. What are these? Tap for a mana. Okay. So this deck might be something of a stretch. But at least we know what the floor is now. The floor is going 0-10 in 5 matches. So, I mean, what are we going to... We're going to do worse than that? You're not allowed to. You're literally not allowed to be any worse than what we just did. So, I think it technically is nowhere to go but up. All right, thanks for hanging out with me today. I do appreciate it. If you like what you saw, go ahead and follow the channel. That lets you know to see us the next time around. If you're watching this on YouTube later, because I do take the content and put it onto YouTube, subscribe and comment on the video and something with a bell icon. Do all those things. Otherwise, if you're on Twitch and you have Amazon Prime, that means you have Twitch Prime. If you're not using it anywhere else, you can throw it my way and get me some more Dr. Pepper. All right. And, oh, yeah, if you do subscribe, it does give you a chance to put something on the wheel, so keep that in mind. You can make me play some crap like this. But otherwise, we will see you next time in 2 days to play a companion, I guess. All right. Take care, everybody. Good night.